You have to give women a return on their investment. You have to give women a return on their investment, or they will leave your ass. I don't care how big your muscles are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't give a fuck how player you think you are. I don't care how much game you have. I don't care how much money you have. If they not getting back from what they pouring into, eventually they will leave. I don't care how alpha you think you are. You understand that? I learned that the hard way, bro. And that shit burns bad. I end up figuring it out, but I learned that the hard way when I was one woman in particular. Her name, I'm almost said her name. Met this chick. It was about 19 when I met her. 19. I already knew what to do. Instant, right? Instant. Hey, bring me some cigarettes. She called me, or she called my mom's house. Hey, I want to come see you. Can I see you? Or whatever. I met her at a party somewhere. Or it was like, I forgot where I met her. Somewhere, like some type of party. In fact, it's a graduation party. They was just graduating or something. It was at some graduation party I went to, one of my homeboys, and I met this chick there or whatever. She was probably 18 at the time. She was 18. I was 19, I think. And we hit it off. We chopping it up that night or whatever. So probably about a week or so later, she called my mom's house or wherever I was at. Gave her the number to where, used to give women the numbers to where you used to be at, or you get their mom's house or they line or whatever. She get in contact with me somehow. She's like, I want to see you, right? I already knew the game. Tell her bring me a box of cigarettes, because I used to smoke cigarettes. She smoked Newports. Bring me a box of Newport 100s. It's in a 211. 211 was the Steel Reserves. We used to drink Steel Reserves and shit. Bring me a box of Newport 100 Longs and a 4-pack of the Steel or the 211. So she did it. Boom, got her. First link. She bring me that investment. Yeah, it's what back then. Cigarettes was, $3-4 or something like that. The beer was $2. Yeah, it's a $6 investment, but we starting small, right? We start small. So she bring me that, boom, I put the game down on her. We end up smashing, doing what we do. Long story short, I make this girl my girl, right? So I had this girl to the point. Of we would be in the crib, me and my homies. It'd be 4-5 of us. She'll call me, hey, I miss you. I want to see you. Because remember, it was hard to get a hold of people back then, right? You had to wait to see them, wait to hear their voice, wait to talk to them. You didn't have instant access to a person like how, you do now. So chicks was like really craving you. Hey, I want to come see you. All right, we hungry. Who is we? Me and my homies. Can you bring us some Taco Bell? Bring us some Taco Bell. Well, what y'all want? XYZ, 20 tacos or however many tacos, and stop by and grab us a fifth of Seagram's gin and grab me some Newport 100s. I'd be damned if she didn't show up with it. See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, my homies was like, bruh, you got that sauce, right? She would buy the whole house groceries, all type of shit, and she would give me half of her check. And she would, the Jordan, the 19s was out. I just told this story to somebody else, I forgot. But the number 19 Jordans was out. Not the number 19s, the number 12 Jordans was out. For all my sneakerheads, in 2004, I was 19 years old, getting ready to turn 20 or something like that. The Jordans was coming out. The 12 Jordans was coming out every month or whatever. They'll release different colorways, right? They came out originally in 97, but they was re-releasing them for the first time in 2004, right? Or late 2003 or something like that. But the 12s, she would go get me every pair of the 12s, right? So I know what you young kids thinking, oh, well, that ain't really nothing. Get on the sneaker app. It wasn't no fucking sneaker app. You had to go through a riot to get a pair of shoes back in the days. When the Jordans came out, it was a mob of people at the mall. And it was made a best man win. And every month the motherfuckers came out, or every other month, she went and took her ass on the early Saturday morning, camped out at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning to get me them shoes. This chick. This was one of the chicks, like, I always had chicks, you know, doing stuff for me. But when I was like, I got it. I'm that dude. Like, I'm on cloud 9, you know. And I was, you know, dealing with other chicks and all type of stuff. I was still dealing with that Puerto Rican girl too, that I was telling y'all about. Going into her, you know, I was still dealing with that Puerto Rican girl, but I wasn't really, we wasn't really as serious as we used to be. But yeah. Did all this for me. She bought me the when the Xbox came out, the first Xbox, she bought me the Xbox. Not when it first came out, but you know, I was like, let me get the Xbox. She bought me the Xbox. Bruh, anything I needed, anything I wanted, anything, she did everything for me sexually. Everything. I ain't get her nothing but a little game and you know, some, right? But she wanted more than that, bro. She wanted more than that, and I strung that for as long as I could, right? And me being arrogant back then, it's not even a confidence back then. It was arrogance and cocky. Being young, I wasn't paying attention, right? I wasn't paying attention. So one day I'm playing True Crime LA, right? I'm at my mom's crib playing True Crime, or I was at my mom's crib, bro. Maybe at my mom's crib, or yeah, I think I was at my mom's crib, because we had a when I first met her, me and my homies, we had a house that we rented, but we ended up getting evicted out of there, and I was back at my mom's crib for a couple months. So when this happened, I was at my mom's crib, but when I first met her, I was living on my own. But then we ended up getting evicted for wilding and all that, tearing the place up. So I remember I'm in my room, I'm playing True Crime LA that she bought me on the Xbox with the J's on. Right? She called me. She called my mom's crib. She was like, hey, Andre, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's going on? She was like, you everything good? I'm like, yeah. She was like, all right. You somewhere where you sitting down somewhere? I don't know why people used to do that. You sitting down somewhere? Yeah, I'm cool. I know something wrong, so I get up, pause the game, I go sit outside. Sit outside on the porch. I'm listening to her, and she says, I can't do this with you no more. Right? I'm like, what? My heart sank into my stomach. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, yeah, this, I gotta end this. Right? So I'm like, what's going on? Like, why? Like, what's going on? She was just like, this just ain't it for me, right? So I'm like, is it somebody else? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, who? She was like, oh, it's this guy at my this guy that I met at work. We met at work a couple months back. I kind of been dealing with him, you know, and this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm like, you serious? She's like, yeah. Me, at that time, I was hypersensitive about letting women see that they got the best of me, and you know, see that I was hurt or mad or shit. So it's like, all right, man, I'll catch up with you. I hung up the phone. I was devastated. I damn near cried, bro. I was sick to my stomach. Cause I'm like, I couldn't understand, why did this happen? Like, she's so in love with me. Anything I asked, like we didn't have arguments, and it wasn't like I was toxic and beating on her and like we was arguing and doing it wasn't even like that. Cause I never tolerated that type of shit. All that arguing, toxic shit, that never was my style. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't understand that shit, man, for a long time. Didn't really understand that shit. Then it happened again with another chick. Then it happened again with another chick, right? And so I started to realize once I got into my mid-20s that I wasn't giving them what they needed to keep going. And dick and the little game is not enough. You see what I'm saying? Right? I learned that when women are submitting to you, they not just submitting to you just to submit to you just because they want to do it. They doing it because they want something to you. They doing it because that's their payment for whatever they need from you. You see what I'm saying? And all women are different. All women don't have the same needs. I lost a lot of good women like that because I didn't give them anything. I was that arrogant, and it's hurt and it stings. So all my young guys that's playing the investment game, you got to give them a return on the investment game. And shout out to King Dre for bringing that to the YouTube street, to bringing that on the internet, period. You see what I'm saying? That investment game. So I'm going to say this again. Give a woman a return on her investment. You have to, or they are going to leave you. I don't care who you are. I don't care how alpha you are. I don't care. If you don't meet a woman's needs, she is going to leave you and go get her needs met. The same way you will if she's not meeting your needs.